Hey guys, Robin here, and welcome to Sci-Fi Sundays. Now, actually the very last Sci-Fi Sunday of the year, since today is December 29th, 2019. We can also possibly the last review of the decade, depending on whether or not I feel like doing a New Year's Eve special. Yeah, so I am ending the 2010s with a bang, reviewing a movie that I'm ashamed to admit I had never seen at all in my life up until like a few days ago. If you've seen the title there, like right here, then that movie is Paul Verhoeven's second American made film, the legendary Robocop. Yeah, Robocop, the story of Detroit police officer Alex Murphy, who is brutally gunned down and resurrected as a superhuman cyborg. This is one of the legendary 80s movies. It is classic Paul Verhoeven. It's got nudity, it's got gore, it's got charm. Yeah. Now, now what I now for me personally, I loved this movie. Like, I was so ashamed of myself that I had not seen it before because this movie is freaking awesome. Yeah. It stars Peter Weller as Alex Murphy slash Robocop. We have Ronnie Cox as Dick Jones, and Dick is a very appropriate name. Yeah. The movie's other villain, the movie's criminal villain, Clarence Boddicker, is played by Red Foreman himself, Kurtwood Smith, and apparently, yeah, there's like the first scene that we see Clarence, he is cussing out one of the cohorts of a robbery. That when he blew the door or something, he burned a lot of the money, and they can't use it. And if Clarence had called the guy a dumbass and threatened to put his foot up his ass, that would have been perfect. Yeah, yeah. And this movie is written here incredibly well. Like, it's a very tight story. Yeah, yeah. One of my favorite scenes is when they're trying to track down RoboCop at this abandoned factory. One of the guys like crashes the van into a vat of toxic waste, which spills out the back. And when we see the guy, oh my god, like the fingers on his hands, on one of his hands are melting. You can see the bones, and he looks like the friggin' Toxic Avenger. Although it's said that Rob Botton, who did the effects for this movie as well as a movie I'll be reviewing in the new year, The Thing. The Thing. Um, he was actually inspired. To have the guy look like he was melting by he was inspired to do that by a film I reviewed by a film that I reviewed a long by a film that I reviewed a long while back called The Incredible Melting Man, which is my personal favorite of MGM's Midnight Movies line. And this movie is set in in I kind of want to say dystopian, but the amount of crime in this movie is pretty accurate to modern Detroit. Only there's not people running around with artillery cannons capable of blowing up cars and stores and whatever. And yeah, yeah, like Kurtwood Smith is incredible as Clarence Boddicker, but Peter Weller, I've never really been Peter Weller, like he's an okay-ish actor in some scenes, but in other scenes, his acting is almost as robotic as Robocop itself. Like there's another movie I have starring Peter Weller called Leviathan, which I'll probably be reviewing soon, where a where a creature is wrecking and flooding a deep underwater base and absorbing his friends, and he doesn't seem the least bit concerned. Just yeah, Peter Weller's really not that good of an actor. But you don't watch RoboCop for Peter Weller's at times what an acting. You watch this for the action, explosions, nudity, and charm that I promise to see in Verhoeven's movies, such as this, Total Recall, um, another movie that has Ronnie Cox as the villain, and Starship Troopers, although Starship Troopers has more like CG and such. Ugh. But yeah, like, yeah. And yeah, I love RoboCop. Like, it's one of the essential '80s action movies. There's a shot where a criminal tried to kill RoboCop by blowing up a gas station, but RoboCop just walks through the flames like the skeleton of the Terminator, which is just an awesome shot. I was losing my crap at that. Now, 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 RoboCop was such a success that it was followed by a sequel, RoboCop 2, which I haven't seen. I don't know much about. But then there's RoboCop 3, which suffers from a trend where a movie sequel is made to be more family friendly and cutesy. Which, so yeah, RoboCop 3, it sucks so bad they couldn't even get Peter Weller, they just cast someone else. Like, RoboCop 3 is a garbage sequel. There was also a shitty TV show. There was also a shitty TV show. And there was a remake of this movie in 2014, which as its own thing. I guess it's okay, but as a remake, it pales in comparison to this. Like there's a scene in the remake that is unintentionally hilarious. Like the Ed 209s are seen like in a troubled Middle Eastern town. They start shooting these bank robbers, and some moron, no, and some moron comes marching up to an Ed 209 and threatens it with, of all things, a kitchen knife. Yeah, this dumbass thought that a kitchen knife would would affect a giant machine that had enough firepower to turn a car, yeah, into Swiss cheese. And the Ed 209 just blows him away, which I thought was hysterical. But it does have Peter Jackson, no, not Peter Jackson, Samuel Jackson, and John, um, and Gary Oldman, who do pretty good jobs. And, I might give the sequel a chance, like if it comes onto Netflix, but there's no way I'm gonna spend money on the remake. But for this, but the original 1987 Robocop, well, I'd buy that for $1. Yeah, and yeah, and I hope you enjoyed the nice change of scenery from the boring blandness of my from the crappily from my crappily lit bedroom to the well lit basement. I hope you all enjoyed this review. Have a safe and happy New Year, and thank you to everyone who has watched my videos and liked what they saw to the point of subscribing. I never thought my channel would ever get past 178 subscribers. It had been stuck in the 170s region for so long, and I'm so happy that we've soared past 200. Thank you all so much for that. Have a safe and happy new year. Don't drink and drive, and stay out of trouble. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon in the new year. Peace.